that. I think I want to at least practice being good at, my seva. Yes.
But if you're serious in devotional service, you know that one day you need to accept Guru, we need to accept the connection from above. And then when we're serious, then we can think, yes, I should not delay. If our mind is settled, we should not delay. And you have read the book Sri Guru and His Grace, have you?
Not yet. I did read The Search for Sri Krishna. So I will then read Sri Guru and His Grace.
Yes, because it's a unique book, even in terms of the scriptures. If you look at all the Puranas and this scripture, that scripture, it's a unique book that it is dealing with the whole matter of guru and disciple. Because as we know, we need a qualified guru, but we need to be a qualified disciple.
Yes.
To enter the university, you need to have proper professors. We're going to a university for the professors. Otherwise, we can sit at home and read books. But there is something. I mean, it's not exactly the same example, but some similarity. But we also have to be a qualified student, as every student knows. You've got to pass your exams and have some foundation. So Sri Guru and His Grace, it's a very good book for you to read, I think, especially at this time in your life.
Thank you, Maharaj. I will take your guidance, and yes, if I am qualified, I would like to take initiation.
Okay. Then you read the Sri Guru in His Grace, you make a prayer, and by divine arrangement, at the moment, all these things can happen. Even everyone's relying on the internet, but it may not always go on. We also know. Yes. It has only been around, what's now, 2020. And I think, 1992 was when it, very primitive and slow and, I mean, very primitive. 1992 is when we started. And so that's, okay, it's 28 years. The years are passing by. But we cannot assume it will be with us forever. Hare Krishna. Kalachand Ji. Kalachand Prabhu's name is indeed Kalachand Ji. I've seen his passport. Dandavat Kalachand Prabhu.
Dandavat Maharaj, so nice to see you and hear you.
I was with you all after the event, but for Bhakti Lalita's class from the farm, Govinda farm, on Thursday.
Oh yes, it's a very nice surprise. They showed up, had a nice little morning program.
And Ananda Leela doesn't look so bad, but she's grazed herself, right, from the motorcycle accident.
Yeah, she's okay. She's fine. She had just a couple little bandages. Just slipped on some gravel, she said. Yeah. Not going so fast.
All right. But they kept her in hospital, which had me worried at the beginning.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, when she showed up at the farm, she was walking and everything normal, just a bandage on her arm and I think some scrapes on her legs. But
for all of you who are tempted to ride motorcycles, then be careful.
Not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when you will crash if you ride a motorcycle.
I know. Yeah, we have that experience. But Krishna's grace looked after us, and completely, it cannot be anything to do with you. We have experience. We've ridden motorcycles for many years.
I swear it wasn't my fault.
Well, even things which aren't anybody's fault happen. And I know that. I was going, anyway, we don't have to talk about these things. Going along one day, it just had to happen. So it happened. Actually, what happened on the Royal Enfield in India, the front hub broke on the wheel. I wasn't braking, not doing anything. And why it broke, I have no idea, but it just broke. And then so the front wheel just locked up. just going along merrily in the front wheel locked up. Then you don't have a lot of chance on that one. But Krishna protected. And that was with our dear Srila Bhakti Nirmala Charja Maharaj on the back. He's brave, I have to say, he's brave. He's a brave.
I thought exactly that, because today I saw a photo on Facebook where he was as a passenger on a motorbike.
On my bike, was I driving?
No. It's current. It's a few days ago. Oh. They were preaching in a village, and he was taken in a motorbike, so he was behind. I said, he's very brave.
Well, he's had me drive him, so now he'll be very comfortable with anybody. We had some, this is our younger days. He was younger, I was younger. But we had some sport in India, we have to say, because you know those roads, and the road to Bamanpara was particularly bad. Bamanpara is the appearance place of Srila Gurudev. For Shakira, maybe she doesn't know, but Srila Govinda Maharaj's birthplace, his appearance place. From Nabadip, I don't know how far, like, is it 40 kilometers? Something like that. And anyway, the road used to be, I mean, atrocious. Like some of it's washed away on this side, that side, holes, like bomb sites, really, the whole road. But at the time when Acharya Maharaj was building the temple there at Gurudev's birthplace, then we'd go up and down quite often. But the way to go was on the motorcycle, because by the vehicle, I mean, so slow, you have to go like walking like this through the holes. But by the motorbike, we went happily. Praneshri Didi, I suspect others might be having difficulty with the password. Has anybody noted? Anybody written to you?
No.
Oh, I'm
checking my phone. I'm checking my phone just in case.
Yeah.
But Shakira went in without problem, and Kalachandra as well.
And Ramananda Prabhu just joined us from San Jose. Ramananda Prabhu, Dandavat, Dandavat.
Dandavat Maharaj, sorry joining late.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We're happy you got in. Zoom was a little funky today, so we were thinking maybe others may be caught in its funkiness. Anyway, we're just a handful today. Karla Chandru, any news from Thailand? Well, I just gave a little news that there have been initiations to China, and Goswami Maharaj happy about that. Oh, other news is that we are making arrangement, just sort of setting up what's going to be the program. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, the 2nd of January, the 3rd of January, we're expecting a 4-day digital, like online program, because New Year's Eve is New Year's Eve, and it happens to be the Adivas, the day before Gurudev, Govinda Maharaj's Vyasa Puja, and the 1st of January, what a good way to start the year 2021 with Gurudev's Vyasa Puja. And then the 2nd is the day after Vyasa Puja, and we are likely to go to Bamanpara, as we were just mentioning about the road to Bamanpara. But Krishna then arranged a nice road to Bamanpara. After everything, the temple is made, all these things come, and then the road made really a nice road to, I mean, relatively speaking, to Bamanpara. And then, so we go to Bamanpara, on the smoothest road of all, Zoom. So not even, he made a nice tarmac road. We go to Bamanpara. Then the 3rd is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disappearance day. And actually, on the solar calendar, he disappeared on the 1st of January, early in the morning. So that, what a way to start the new year. I mean, for those, especially at that time, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's disappearance. Hare Krishna. And by the way, talking about the road to Bamanpara, literally with Acharya Maharaj, on that last stretch of road to the temple, from where Gurudev went to school, which is called Putsari, to Bamanpara, literally we got the motorcycle stuck in the mud. Like we got off the bike and the bike is just stuck in the mud. And this is a Royal Enfield, it's a little heavy. It's not that it's like a scooter or something. And we had to get workers from the rice field nearby, like 6 workers, to pull it out of the mud and get it. And this is on the road. It's not we slid off the road or anything and into the rice field. This is on the road. And so that gives you some indication of what the road was like at that time. And then one buffalo cart came by, the buffalo is walking along like this with the buffalo cart. And the driver, like the man on the buffalo cart, smiling at us and said, "Buffalo, very fast." Classic time.
Maharaj, do you know what the times will be for this 4-day program starting on the 31st?
No, Prabhu, we didn't settle things yesterday. And Goswami Maharaj said, okay, different, we'll finalize things soon. He was in a different, frame of mind and everything happily. But spoken with Paramananda, with Goswami Maharaj and Jamuna, and that side, the technical team are all there. Anyway, wait and see. Never mind the expecting. We'll let you know. When we know, we'll let you know. All right, well, we are really very few. Do you have a question, anybody, rather than a topic?
I just have a comment. Jivana Didi, she sent me the emails of 2 Chinese devotees, Yashomati and Nalina Devi Dasi, and because they don't have access to Zoom and they don't have access to WhatsApp, I send them activities for the children, and they were delighted. They were so happy to receive this information of Bhakti Yoga for Kids. So nice. The word is spreading slowly.
Yeah, we have one Chinese devotee who, as far as I know, is in China, Indupati. And he does somehow join, and he presumably use VPN.
Okay.
Something like that. We have a Russian devotee, Muktinath, who's in Crimea. And they also can't use Zoom, and because it's all about politics and stuff like that. We have no concern with that. But the point is that they're not able to use Zoom. So they also use something called VPN. But you do have to pay a subscription for it. And anyway, it may not even be, if it's not legal, I mean, don't encourage them to do something that's not legal.
No, because what I do is I record, and it's available for the members of the private group in Facebook. But for them, I just send them the video.
Yes.
Like personal video, so there is no problem. They can see the video and they can have the activities because I email them.
And how do they communicate with you? Through email?
Email. Okay. Yes. They both have, no, not both. One has Yahoo, the other one has Hotmail. But with email, there's no problem.
Yeah. One thing I found when I was in China, that if you connect to any Chinese site, it's incredibly fast, the fastest I've seen anywhere, like very fast internet. But if you try to connect to an outside, like just scsmart.com or something that's hosted outside of China, somehow they've put some kind of a resistance there. So things go, they work, but they go slowly, which does encourage you to go to the Chinese sites. Krishna Dayal Prabhu, welcome. Hare Krishna. Govinda, Govinda. And by the way, our Chinese Indupati, I wonder whether he knows English, because yesterday, Shakira, you were there. He was with us in London, and I did kind of try to talk with him, but he didn't respond. So I wonder whether he knows English or whether he's just happy to hear the names of Krishna popping up now and again, and Mahaprabhu and Gurudev. And we're told in that regard that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was looking through, maybe not proofreading an article, and it was an article in, I think, in the, was it Nadia Prakash, the daily spiritual newspaper that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur inaugurated. And he's glancing through it, and some devotees asking his comment. And as he glanced through it, he saw many times the name of Krishna Mahaprabhu, Krishna Mahaprabhu. And he said, yes, this is a very good article because the names of Krishna and Mahaprabhu are there. But that, you know, I'm sure he wouldn't want Upper Siddhanta being put there, but just by making the point, but by repeating the names of the Lord, then that is giving some credibility to the article. So our Hari Katha, we shall try to include the name of Govinda, 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 Gopala, 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 many times. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. What's the topic today? Shakira Didi want to ask something.
Yes, you are asking and Shakira is answering. Shakira.
Maharaj, what I wanted to find out is, I've heard the story of Lord Jagannath from, yes, I think Goswami Maharaj also mentioned at Kurukshetra and that, but I don't know the story of Subhadra and Balaram also on the chariot. I don't know. Would you be able to explain to me, is there a story as well?
And I'm sure there's not only a story, I'm sure there's a whole Leela. The thing is, for all of this story and Puranic things, and not just Purana, but you know, the factual history, I mean, really, you need to enlist your question on the questions to Goswami Maharaj. I'm sure that'll get him started on a like a wonderful theme. We know Krishna, Balaram, and Subhadra, and Subhadra is their sister, correct? So this is, I mean, and Balaram, we know Krishna, Balaram, brother and older brother. This is also coming up, Krishna, Balaram, and Subhadra. Now, I have to say, okay. So now I have to say about going on the chariot, etc. We know that it is principally Krishna who is going from Kurukshetra to Vrindavan. This is like the great moment that really everyone's been waiting for. And I can only say that, I mean, from my side, I'm trying to think of some specific thing, but I mean, he's accompanied by his brother and sister, Balaram and Subhadra. So that's a very boring answer, isn't it? Yes. Well, I'll be interested to hear if your question comes up to Goswami Maharaj. Please send to him. You know how to send?
No.
Praneshri, what's the way?
I can send you, I can give you the email where Nityananda receives the question and he will ask.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Nityananda, is Nityananda the one or Jamuna? Anyway, Nityananda, yeah, he's the go-between. Hare Krishna. And Ramananpu, you're asking for a topic for today. The topic is we're here together. So, I mean, I'm asking you for today. I had some little thought, but not for today. We'll wait till we have a few more devotees here. And we can also, you can also give some suggestions from each of you about what is it. And I have this, which is some of the things that we've already, actually we've already covered. But when I came to the temple, first of all, some things I didn't know for quite a long while. And I thought, why didn't the devotees tell me this at the beginning? And why? Because actually, I mean, we know it. We tend to assume that others know pretty much what we know. But actually, some of the things we know, I mean, they just automatically, we got to know over the course of time. So, I mean, for us in the West, we never really heard about, samskar, about, okay, karma, we'd heard about karma, good karma, bad karma in a general sense. But many of the fundamental things, they're not in our dictionary. And even the word acharya, guru, okay, we've heard of guru, but acharya, we didn't know what is an acharya, Vaiṣṇava, bhakta, I mean, lots of things. So, I mean, I do have a question to you all. Is there something that you keep hearing? What's this they're always talking about? But you're all old devotees. And Shakira, that includes you. You're born in a devotee family. I know you're young, but I mean, you have been around the terminology at least for a long.
Maharaj, if I could ask, is there a difference? I think there is a difference, but between, okay, you get sannyasi, and then I know when I was doing the course in Bhagavad Gita, they also spoke of Brahman, and then I know you get sannyasi, but the distinction, because in the one, what they were talking about is that if a Brahman is near, it sounded like, I could get it wrong, but some dirt or something. Either the dirt changes the Brahman or the Brahman changes the dirt or something, or one has to leave. But I'm thinking when the terminology sannyasi, because you amongst so many fallen souls and you're helping everyone, how is that connection like? Because obviously sannyasi is purifying everyone. So could you help me to understand that maybe?
Okay, well, oh, we've got a little echo. Ramanandaru, maybe if you mute your microphone, I think we have a little echo happening. Jai, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. So first of all, the Brahman, there's Brahmana, these are different things. There's 4 qualities of life, and there are 4, like 4 ashrams of life, and there are 4 qualities in life. And so the ashrams are the brahmachari, the vanaprast, and the, what did I miss out? And the brahmachari, the vanaprast, and sannyas. But the other qualities are that one is a Shudra, a Vaishya, a Kshatriya, a Brahmana. So the Brahmanas, they are, actually the name Brahmana comes from the fact that they should be acquainted with Brahman. In other words, they are spiritual. They are the spiritually alert persons, the spiritual persons in the world. And previously, the kings were not only advised by, they were following the guidance of the Brahmanas. And the Brahmana is not just we take birth as a Brahmana. So, I mean, we take birth, maybe your mother and father, maybe they're both doctors, but that doesn't mean you are a doctor. You have a good chance to become a doctor, but you have to become qualified. So this point, it's not just, I mean, I mention this because you have Indian origin. And so very much in India, in many places, not everywhere, it's just considered, oh, my mother and father was Brahmin, like this. And even then, it's very often my mother and father are Brahmin because my grandmother and grandfather were Brahmin, something like this. But yet we meet many. They're eating meat, they're doing this, they're smoking right in front of you, and they're saying, oh, I'm a Brahmana. And openly they're telling, oh, yes, I eat meat, but I don't eat the pig. Okay, very good. I don't eat the pig, I don't eat the cow, but the goat, the chicken. Yeah. Then this kind of thing. So Brahman is qualification. But the sannyasi, it's one of the orders of life. And so it's not that every man is going to become a sannyasi, but who lives in the temple, it's just it's the natural last stage of life. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, you see, he was a married man with many children, I think 11, I don't recall exactly, but he had many children, but he's purifying everybody. It is actually the Vaiṣṇava part, the devotee part of a pure soul that is purifying. And those who don't have Krishna Bhakti, who don't have devotion, maybe Narayan Bhakti and Ramachandra Bhakti, I mean, we're not saying that not that, but those who don't have Krishna Bhakti, there is a verse in the scripture, which is there too, which says that those who have Brahminical qualities, but do not have devotion, cannot actually purify themselves and their family, what to speak of purifying others. So it's the Vaishnava quality which is all important, the devotional quality. So we see that the influence of Srila Prabhupada in the West, we see the influence of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Actually, we can say Srila Prabhupada, not only the West, in the whole world, but by coming to the West, then he made India also again aware of Krishna consciousness and Bhagavad Gita as it is, etc., etc., with his very straightforward preaching and presentation, honest preaching and presentation, but all in the mood of devotion, all in connection with his spiritual master, his spiritual masters, because he considered Srila Sridhar Maharaj his spiritual master, substantially, the Siksha Guru. We are the Siksha Guru Parampara. So the Vaishnava part, the devotee part, is the important thing everywhere. And why? Because that's our proper nature. Just to have somebody in a prison house, not be stealing from others, not be doing other things, but not contributing to the society, just like being a perfectly good boy in their cell, but not doing anything towards the, helping the other prisoners, or, contributing to the running of the temple, or this, that, and the other. So, Daya Krishna. In answer, Praneshri Didi, I'm not sure. I am not sure, which sounds terrible that I'm not sure, because the name is familiar, but sorry.
Okay.
But we know they've been, it's a devotee name, but what more can I say?
He took actually initiation from Srila Janardhan Maharaj. He was living in Sokal, now he's living outside. I know him.
Ramanandru, thank you. Okay.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, because he's not answering my messages. I'm inviting him to identify, to talk a little bit, but he's not answering.
Okay. So now we know.
Now I know I can let him in. Okay.
Because there is a new generation of devotees, happily. Happily, the world is going on. And I had a recent epiphany. I don't know if I revealed, it was only a few days ago, a very mundane epiphany, but I had a recent thing that, here's trying to enter again. That is, and I made the comment, and I'm not sure, I don't know if it's in our back to basics class, but you know how we hear about global warming and, so many things like this. And I just had this thought, well, I'm not sure about global warming. I don't have any, I can't prove anything about that, but I can prove something. Okay, Krishna Dayal Prabhu, welcome. Okay, Hare Krishna, Jai Nitai. We all had a little difficulty getting in today, but we're here. And I think maybe others have a little difficulty because there are only a few. Yes, Dandavat Prabhu. Okay, so what I was commenting, or what came to me was, yes, I myself, I can hear from others, about global warming, but I myself, I can't really say there is global warming or not. But what I can say from my own experience is the clocks have got faster. And then after that, and I also thought, not only the clocks got faster, but the calendar has got faster too. the days we used to have when I'm younger, the flip calendar that you flip the days. Well, now that flip calendar is just tick, flip, 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 going by. So my own perception, and if we rely on our perception, which we so often do, then I can assert clearly the clocks are going faster and the calendar is also flipping faster too. I have proof positive. Hare Krishna, which is why we have to use every day and not wait for the future. We have to use every day nicely. And a day is made up of moments, or made up of hours. Hours are made up of minutes. Minutes are made up of seconds. Seconds are made up of moments. And this is really what we're told. We need to practice, we need to try to make our 24 hours and all of those minutes, seconds, moments in Krishna consciousness, doing something related to Krishna, remembering the Lord. And this is hence the holy name. We are chanting japa, we're chanting in the temple room. We are trying to keep that running. So when we stub our toe, when we hit our head, the automatic thing is we're going to chant Krishna's name. When we sneeze, whatever we do, we chant Krishna's name. And try to chant Krishna's name actually, rather than just for the sake of chanting. But ow, 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 ow won't get us to Goloka Vrindavan. But Krishna, 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 Krishna got a better chance. Hare Krishna. So there is one verse.
Goranga has better even.
Say again?
I said Goranga have even better.
Gauranga, yes, it's the name of Gauranga. But
Mahaprabhu's name, yeah.
Gauranga will be happy we chant Krishna's name. Nityananda Prabhu will be happy we chant Gauranga's name. And Gurudev will be happy we chant anybody's name except for ow, 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 ow. Hare Krishna.
May I ask something, Madhusudan Maharaj?
You can. You are asking something and I am thinking something also. Yes, you please ask.
So how to get the taste for the holy name?
Yes.
So that's our ticket. See, until we don't have taste, then we are trouble.
Follow the process. Yeah. We repeatedly come back to the Upadeshamritam of Rupa Goswami. And there in the Upadeshamritam, what's Mahaprabhu saying? That the essence of all advice is that we should carefully chant the holy name of the Lord, like all the time, and engage in the Lord's devotion, loving devotional service. And there also in Upadeshamritam, that just by taking the medicine of the holy name, then miraculously our disease, where we at first don't have a taste, we think we want to do something else in this age of the television and the radio and the internet. Always we want to go somewhere else with our mind, do something else. Even before that age, no, we want to be doing something else. Oh, why I'll sit and chant the name? Why should I chant? But Rupa Goswami says that disease where we don't have a taste for chanting, we don't have attraction to the name, but that will be cured by taking the holy name, so that gradually we start to taste that the name is the Lord himself, just as the deity is Krishna himself. So we then take the medicine. By taking the medicine, then we will start to get a taste for that. And when that will come, we will always feel, I don't have the real taste. But at the same time, if now they lock you up and they say, now in California, you're not allowed to chant the name of the Lord. You stay here. No, don't chant. No, can't read Chaitanya Charitamrita. No, you can't read Bhagavad Gita. Then you will understand that something we've got that we don't want to be taught. Oh no, I can't read. I can't read Chaitanya Charitamrita anymore. I can't chant the holy name. Then we'll appreciate, oh, that is the valuable thing in my life. So Mahaprabhu himself is saying, the Lord, you are so magnanimous. You've done everything from your side. You've given everything in your holy name through your holy name. But I am most unfortunate. I don't have even a drop of a taste for your holy name. And of course, from the infinite standpoint, then whatever taste we may think we have, we will think it is not a drop, not even an atom of that holy name proper. What are the symptoms of chanting the holy name? We read in Chaitanya Charitamrita repeatedly too. Horripilation, hair standing on end, tears flowing from the eyes, and fainting, talking like a madman. I mean, all sorts of descriptions are given there. And, again and again we hear of this. And then Mahaprabhu showing the extreme condition where he's looking like a tortoise. I mean, things which we can't even conceive. But this is one of the wonderful things of going on pilgrimage to Jagannath Puri, because there in Chaitanya Charitamrita is mentioned that he's there at the Singha Dwara. They find him early in the morning before the temple is open. There at that very place, so they find him, look like a tortoise, his limbs all inside. Another time, his limbs all extended by 8 inches, by however many centimeters, 20 centimeters extension of his limbs like this. And then like astounding things. So when we go to Puri, I mean, because, okay, I can say from myself, but because we can relate to the material world, we're in that place where these things happen, the same building, the same everything. Puri, many things are literally as it was when Mahaprabhu was there. So, this does kind of help give us a little injection about the recentness of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. So again, there we do the favorable. Upadeshamritam is so important for us. Just as the Shikshastakam prayers, the 8 prayers composed by Mahaprabhu, are so important for us. With mercy of the Vaishnavas, mercy of Guru, but with Shikshastakam and Upadeshamritam, then we really do have our map with the destination marked out, with where we are marked out, and with the journey marked out, with the combination, both of them, just even if you have only one of those, only one, but both taken together is going to give us our full life's plan and program. And all is centered on the holy name of the Lord. It's Kali Yuga, and we don't have a taste. Why is it we tell so many people? You can tell philosophically, you can give the quotations, but we have to have that faith. The faith has to be there. And we need to distribute Sukriti by people honoring prasadam, giving some donation, which is actually used for the service of the Lord. Then all of this is going to give spiritual benefit for people. With more spiritual benefit, the more they will be able to understand these things. And then when it comes to the stage where hopefully we're all at, where we want to consciously, not by accident, do something good for the devotees. We want to serve the devotees and we want to please them. And really we want to please them. every day thinking from, I mean, okay, physically, because I'm so, such a physical person, every day we think about when we're with Gurudev and when we're with Guru Maharaj, what is pleasing them. And ultimately, really, we also know that the current of Krishna consciousness is coming through their hearts, through the hearts of the pure souls. And it's not actually there's this other sloka too from Mahaprabhu, where he's saying, I'm not a sannyasi, I'm not a brahmachari, I'm not a grihastha, I'm not a this, I'm not a that, all these designations that the world puts on us. I am simply a servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. And the servant, not only that, the servant of Radha Krishna. So we are far from there, but we have got our, as they say, it's not who you are, it's who you know. So we've got our connection there through Gauranga, who so recently was on planet Earth, that those same places where he had amazing pastimes, they're right there for us to touch and to not go and take a photograph, but to go and try to, understand our fortune to be connected in such a close period of time, and to be connected with his servitors, and he being Radha Krishna combined. And in Puri, the temple of Tota Gopinath also, of Gadadhar Pandit, the Gambhira, these places, and the Pandarasta, the place, our Panda's home, where Mahaprabhu visited and sat, the pillar he leant against, which I found out when I leant against a pillar in our Panda's home, and Gurudev said, you see that pillar you're leaning against? Mahaprabhu leant against that same pillar. And then I said, what? And Guru said, yes. And then he gave the quotation. I mean, things like this, it's like an electric shock. It kind of does something. It does, even for a fraction of a second. So I think, oh, really? So this is our good fortune at this time. So it's not only the teaching of Rupa Goswami, the teaching of Mahaprabhu, it's the doing the teaching. And the doing of the teaching comes again to coming to the previous acharyas, coming to their service, coming to the connection of the current which is coming from up to down. And Bhagavad Gita is always our friend. Don't neglect Bhagavad Gita. And scriptures are living. And a little earlier we were saying how the books, Sri Guru and his grace, is like a clear example. Those who know the library of the Vedas, who are the librarians of that plane, that library of the Vedic ancient teachings, the wise teachings, they say there is no other book like Sri Guru and his grace, which is specifically telling us about Guru and so many circumstances with Guru, and about the disciple, the qualities of the disciple, that's giving so much kind of description of the relationship between the Guru and the disciple and the Guru. And this scripture, this is coming from the holy mouth, the talks of Srila Guru Maharaj. And the talks of Srila Guru Maharaj, when we are there with him, some of those, we are directly there. And we are hearing from their mouth, and then it comes into book form. And oh, look, what, amazing book. And revealed truth, which most of you know, we've been reading here, still reading each morning here. We are there for much of that book when Gurudev is speaking these things. And from his informal talk, then all this substance, he's giving this substance in such a friendly way. And it is the speech. It's the heart of the Vaishnava being revealed and coming out into book form. And Krishna happens to have a very big heart. And he spoke the Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. So don't ignore Bhagavad Gita. Definitely don't ignore Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. I mean, I don't mean don't ignore. I know none of us will ignore these books, but because we have access to them doesn't mean that, oh, it is like readily available in the market. It is now maybe apparently readily available, but these are very rare treasures to come across in life. So let us try. Here in Italy, Munindra Mohan Prabhu has a friend, an accountant, because they have to, Italy seems to, you have to do a lot of official things if you run a non-profit business or anything like that. You have to do so many official things. So you have to do official accounts and stuff. His accountant, he said, he has a beautiful set of Chaitanya Charitamrita in his office, but he's bought this as more or less as a decoration. And when he went to see his accountant recently, he told him, now is the time you should read what's inside that book. He said, I can see from how beautiful the books are, you're not reading them. So even, people can have beautiful books, valuable books, invaluable books on the shelf. We have to pick them off the shelf and read them. And we can point a finger to others and say like that about his accountant, for instance. And the accountant, openly say, I never read it, but I know it's he knows it's a wonderful book. It's like having, I don't know.
Maybe he don't have Sukriti yet. He will get one day. He will read. Like Guru Maharaj.
Well, he's doing the accounting for the devotees. And the official name here given by Gurudev here is Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Vila Govinda Ashram. They first called it Vila Govinda Ashram, and Guru Maharaj, when Gurudev Govinda Maharaj, when Srila Govinda Maharaj, when he's here, he told them, you change the name to Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Vila Govinda. So they did that. Okay, and Praneshwari that he's given us something. So in a nutshell, we can develop taste for the name with this easy process. Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, the divine servitor, treasures. Okay, we are not, so this is Srila Govinda Maharaj, our dear Gurudev. We are not to be indifferent, but we are to be kind. Srila Sanatana Goswami asked Srila Rupa Goswami. Okay, I know what you I know your quote, okay. Srila Sanatana Goswami asked Rupa Goswami, what, in a short way, is the essence of the instructions of Mahaprabhu? He replied, Jive doya name ruchi Vaiṣṇava seva. Jive doya name ruchi Vaiṣṇava seva. This is Vaiṣṇava dharma. Kindness to every jiva soul, chanting Krishna's names without offense, and service to the Vaishnavas. There you are. Ramananda Prabhu, now you've got your theme for today. So what is the essence of Sanatana Dharma? What does it say? Essence? Yes. Essence of the instructions of Mahaprabhu, Ramananda Prabhu. Tell us. Let us hear from you.
Jiver doya name ruchi Vaiṣṇava seva. Yeah. Thank you for initiating. Thank you, Maharaj.
And in Gurudev's words, how is he translating that? How is he explaining that? I want to hear from you, Ramananda Prabhu.
I didn't.
You can see the chat box? No. Okay, I'll read it then. This is Vaiṣṇava Dharma. Kindness to every jiva soul. chanting Krishna's names without offense, and service to the Vaishnavas. And sometimes we see that Guru Maharaj and Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada are all saying, this process is very easy. We quoted maybe last time, where you need, Guru Maharaj saying, you just need to want it and you can have it. But that laulium, that hankering, that wanting, kind of what quality of wanting has to be there. But by wanting it, we can have it. And the advertising world knows very well. You just keep telling somebody about something and they're going to want it. This is the nature of the material world. Right? We want this, we want that. How is it that you go in a supermarket or you go in Office Depot or somewhere like this? The shelves are full of stuff that nobody needs whatsoever, but we are programmed to want. So we need to be always associating in that section, which is going to be letting us know what really we should want. And then when we want it, we can have it. And this is the process given to us. Jive doya, doya name ruchi Vaiṣṇava seva. Hare Krishna. Any contribution, a 1 minute contribution, because our clocks are going very fast. Contribution from anybody. Krishna Dayal Prabhu, what encourages you in your daily practice, your daily remembrance of Krishna consciousness? Give us one tip from yourself, but you'll need to unmute your microphone, kindly. Oh, he's going.
Jai Gurudev. Yeah, I'm just living this. I can talk. Sorry. What I'm doing actually, I've been chanting almost every day. This is encouraging me, and then I'm doing a kind of like in a garden job kind of right now these days, which I'm doing as a Vaiṣṇava Seva. So contribute as a non-profit organization to Krishna. That's what I'm doing right now at the garden. So helping homeless people, that non-profit organization. And then I do my seva in this way. I contribute this way.
So try and tell the people something about Krishna. Even they just hear you chanting Krishna's name, Gopala, Govinda, or something.
I'm always chanting Maharaj at the garden, and everybody already know the Maha Mantra. I'm always chanting when I'm gardening, and everybody is saying, oh, these guys come again. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Everybody is just like automatically chanting with me. It's amazing. So just saw Janardhan Maharaj last night and talked to him for a few minutes, and hopefully I'm going back to the garden, to the temple soon. So do some seva from next week all the way to January. So I'll be free for all this month. So our garden is off, so I can go to the temple, do some Vaiṣṇava Seva right there.
Okay, Krishna Dayal Prabhu, wonderful. And you see, it's from the devotees that purification comes.
Hare Krishna.
Not a matter of other things, but devotion is the thing. Yes, Krishna Dayal Prabhu, and you're growing your beard. Going to be Santa Claus, is it this year?
It's just, you know, I'm outside all the time and it's kind of like sunny all the time, and try to just protect myself from the sun. That's what happened, but I'm going to shave it soon.
Oh, it's okay. Santa Claus
yeah.
You can be a good Santa Claus and tell them. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishnas. Hare Krishnas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Hare Krishna. Jai Gurudev.
Hare Krishna Dayal Prabhu. Many thanks. Good having you with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Have a good night.
Yes, and yourself. Yes, you have a good evening. Yes, we are starting our day in your good association. And you're ending your day. And Praneshri, for Praneshri in Florida is actually really, it's the middle of the night. I know. Praneshri did it. You are a soldier, a soldieress, whatever a female soldier is. You're a soldieress. All right. So on this note, on this very good note, some good advice and sharing from the hearts of the devotees, let us continue, and may your hours, minutes, seconds, and moments be filled with Krishna Nam, Krishna Seva, and mercy to the Jiva souls by sharing with them. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaiṣṇavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Maharaj ki jai. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakha Sridhar Maharaj ki jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki jai. Sri Rupanu Guru Vaga ki jai. And our present day Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrinda ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari.
Jai Shri Bhakti
Dandavat.
Jai.
To all of you, to our very quiet Kala Chand Prabhu. You're not always called quiet, Kala Chand Prabhu, you have to admit.
Called many things, Maharaj. Quiet's usually not one of them.
Today you're quiet. All right, to one and all, Dandavat. Jai Gurudev.